Chaos exposes the cracks in most people's thinking. A sudden emergency, a market crash, a public confrontation. Moments like these send heart rates soaring and decision-making into free fall. Yet the Sigma male, usually the quiet observer on the edge of the crowd, is the one who appears steady when the ground starts shaking. His calm isn't luck or genetics. It's the byproduct of a mindset he's refined for years, one that turns confusion into clear, sequential action. To understand that composure, we have to step inside the Sigma's mental command center and watch how he reorganizes panic into practical steps. In this video, I'll be discussing 8 things that happen inside a Sigma male's mind during total chaos. Number 1. They act before panic spreads. Seconds count when disorder explodes. The Sigma's first priority is to blunt the surge of uncertainty before it multiplies. Rather than wait for instructions or complete context, he selects the most time-sensitive variable and addresses it immediately. That might mean stabilizing a vulnerable element, removing a clear hazard, or directing nearby people toward a safer zone. The move is purposeful, never frantic, and it serves 2 psychological functions. It buys breathing room in the opening moments and demonstrates that forward momentum is possible. Others sense the shift from helpless chaos to guided effort, which lowers overall panic and frees mental capacity for the next round of decisions. In essence, his early action becomes the wedge that cracks paralysis and creates a manageable working space. Number 2. They map escape routes instantly. Long before trouble surfaces, the Sigma's peripheral awareness has already sketched the layout of his environment. Pathways, resources, choke points, and fallbacks. He does this casually, during a walkthrough, while waiting for a meeting to begin, even while commuting, turning it into such an ingrained habit that it registers almost like breathing. When circumstances worsen, he isn't starting from zero. He is choosing from a menu of options that his mind cataloged earlier. Because the groundwork is complete, he avoids the disorientation that consumes precious seconds for others. This pre-planning extends beyond physical routes. He also carries mental contingencies for communication failures, key person absences, or sudden shortages of essential supplies. The result is an internal map that keeps him from ever feeling cornered, which in turn sustains his composure when those around him sense only dead ends. Number 3. They shrink chaos into small steps. Large-scale crises appear unmanageable because they flood the mind with simultaneous demands. The Sigma counters that flood by breaking the event into a chain of discrete, concrete tasks. Instead of wrestling with the whole storm at once, he narrows focus to the single action that will make the greatest immediate difference, completes it, and only then selects the next. Each task accomplished provides tangible proof of progress, converting anxiety into measurable traction. This stepwise logic also simplifies delegation. He can hand off clear, narrowly defined jobs to others, sparing them from overwhelm and multiplying collective efficiency. Over time, the expanding string of small victories redefines the situation, from a shapeless catastrophe into an organized sequence moving steadily toward resolution. Number 4. They focus only on what they can influence. During turmoil, minds naturally fixate on looming uncertainties, outcomes resting in other people's hands, rules that might change, variables too vast to tame. The Sigma performs a rapid mental triage. What lies inside his immediate power, what lies outside, and what can be influenced indirectly. He then discards or sidelines everything in the uncontrollable column. Attention, a limited resource, flows solely toward levers he can actually move. This filtration has 2 benefits. It preserves cognitive energy for productive work, and it prevents the emotional fatigue that grows when people obsess over problems they cannot directly influence. By narrowing the field to what truly matters, he accelerates problem solving while maintaining a calmer internal climate than those who try to monitor every fluctuating piece of the puzzle. Number 5. They refuse the victim label. Even in crises driven by blatant unfairness, an accident caused by someone else's negligence, a sudden loss no one foresaw. The Sigma resists framing himself as a powerless casualty. Accepting a victim identity might secure sympathy, but it also cements inaction and drains initiative. Instead, his mindset searches immediately for any leverage still available, personal skills that apply, allies who can assist, tools that remain functional, or alternative strategies not yet tried. By refusing to surrender agency, he transforms frustration into fuel for constructive steps. Observers often find this refusal to limit both surprising and galvanizing, because it shifts attention from blaming circumstances to exploiting remaining opportunities, thereby jump-starting forward motion when morale is near zero. Number 6. They run a calm inner dialogue. Inside the Sigma's head runs a concise, present-tense monologue that guides him through the storm. The language is pared down to essentials. It labels the immediate priority, cues controlled breathing, and marks completion before pivoting to the next point of focus. This internal coach prevents random thoughts from fracturing attention, ensuring that cognitive resources align behind a single objective at each stage. Because the dialogue is silent and disciplined, it remains invisible to others, yet it shapes outward behavior. A steady voice, deliberate movements, and crisp instructions. What looks like innate poise is, in fact, choreography directed by that quiet inner script. Number 7. They use breathing as a control lever. Physiological arousal feeds psychological chaos in a fast-escalating loop. The Sigma disrupts that loop at its most accessible control point, breathing. He lengthens each exhalation, deepens each inhalation, and maintains a stable rhythm that signals the body to shift from alarm mode into a more balanced state. In less than a minute, heart rate slows and mental clarity strengthens, creating a buffer against panic's pull. Because breathing is universally available, this reset operates anywhere, in a packed crowd, a dark hallway, or a tense conference call, without attracting attention. Practiced regularly, it becomes an automatic stabilizer that buys the calm required for nuanced judgment. Number 8. They observe emotion without absorbing it. Crises generate emotional ripples, fear, anger, confusion, that can sweep through groups faster than the factual problem itself. The Sigma positions his empathy at a measured distance. He notices raised voices, tense postures, and sharp disagreements as useful data about group dynamics, but he declines to mirror those states. By treating collective emotion as environmental information rather than something to internalize, he keeps his personal equilibrium intact. That stability allows him to modulate his own tone, slower cadence, lower volume, and to introduce grounding statements that shift others from reactive to responsive. Over time, the group's emotional amplitude drops, restoring a level of composure that makes coordinated action possible. Total chaos reveals what's already been built in silence. For the Sigma male, that unveiling shows a mind disciplined to remain architect rather than passenger, one that drafts order where others see only wreckage. His calm isn't an on-the-spot miracle. It's the harvest of countless small choices made long before alarms sounded. If there's a takeaway, it's this. Composure isn't granted to a lucky few. It grows wherever daily habits train thought to move with intent, not impulse. In a world that can shift without warning, that inner groundwork may be the most reliable safety net any of us can weave. Do you agree with the points I discussed in this video? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. For more deep dives into the Sigma male mindset, be sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community. If you're ready to continue your journey toward achieving greatness, hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. Click here to see how brutal childhoods turn boys into Sigma males.